After a dominant victory last week by Brad Morse, we will hear from his challenger Alex Crom later tonight. It has been confirmed. Zulite the Great will face Simon Youngblood one-on-one for the world title live tonight. Hello everybody, I'm Max Radix alongside the four-time world champion Erwin, and we're going to kick things off for the junior division, Erwin.
Of course, we heard last week from Red on his choices for his two somethings from the pin cell. We now find out what ZTG's something and he has chosen Big, the World Championship.
Why the hell not? If you get a prize like that, why not go for the big one? Every man on this roster should be here for the World Heavyweight Championship, and this is going to be a challenge like the Lionheart Simon Youngblood has never had before. Zulite the Great, the hardcore professional wrestler.
As you rightly said, we are kicking things off with junior action here. Selena Figueroa taking on a much improved Super Tornado. Of course, it's hard to ignore that up next we also have our first roster shrink match.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have to talk about that a little bit later on. Super Tornado, however, you're absolutely right, Erwin. Most improved for 2020. About the only woman who's had a decent year this time round, no doubt about that. Super Tornado, who was weeks away from losing a job here in N.E.W, has clawed it back and turned it around, and now is one of the most hotly tipped women in the junior women's division.
Yeah, may still be in that roster shrink list, but you got to think she's confident. She survived a couple of roster shrinks before.
Super Tornado's become one of those women who just refuse to die here in N.E.W. Don't ride her out for 1 second. Selena Figueroa has been a long-standing member of the junior women's division. There'll be a lot of pressure on that woman's shoulders from Baltimore to kick her career up a notch.
Yeah, many have said that Figueroa seems to have stagnated in the junior division. She disagrees. Oh, there's some of that disagreement through a boot.
Well, I mean, you know, she broke in around the same time as the Mistress of Mind Games, Farrier, and just look at the polar opposites of those two ladies' careers here in N.E.W. I think, you know, whatever Figueroa may argue, there's a legitimate argument to be made.
Tornado keeping up that pace here.
Yeah, trying to... I think in the terms of speed...
Oh, look at that!
Single leg Insiguri springboard right off the ropes there by Super Tornado.
Complete change of direction, completely throwing off Figueroa.
Well, you know, if these two ladies play for the strengths, it's going to be an interesting one for me, Erwin. Speed versus technique here. Vicious knee right to the face there.
Not even wasting any time.
Of course, that's our new rule changes with this 10 minutes on the clock of our first match here on Brawl, so it's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I doubt either of these want this to go to a draw. Keen to earn some points here.
Yes, you get nothing for a draw, not in this game. Headlock from the mat by Super Tornado. Selena Figueroa in a lot of trouble here. Tornado with that blistering pace.
Oof. Tried to coil back for a chop. Tornado saw it coming.
Yeah, the snap suplex there by Super Tornado, trying to dictate this matchup. Selena Figueroa, however, keeping very close to Tornado, trying to get those hard shots in.
Yeah, has realised how far behind she is on offense here. Jaw checker.
Take that.
Will certainly stun your opponent. Tornado still
Final carry counter.
Remaining resilient, remaining in mind in that ring, sending Figueroa into the corner now.
Bad Irish whip there by Tornado, kicks to the midsection, and a lively luchadorus. One for good luck, right round the chin, choking the life out of Figueroa in the corner, who's trying to block that leg and does. What a sweep.
Throwing Tornado off balance again. Backbreaker. It's not for not trying. Figueroa has struggled to find some offense here, but this could be her chance.
Yeah, backbreaker right into the Bulldog. First fluid offense she's had in this entire matchup, Erwin.
But again, Tornado.
Schoolboy rolling kick. Shades of the Lionheart. Of course, the world champion has been noted as a big influence on Super Tornado. Goes in for the pin here. Referee is down. 2. No, not even a 2 count.
Figueroa showing she's still got fight left in her, but really needs to find some offense here because Tornado is looking to put this away. Selena Del Sol!
Selena Del Sol with authority, square centre, gotta be over, and it is! Super Tornado with a dominant victory over Selena Figueroa here.
Look at that. Enziguri again. Fury of these moves.
That Enziguri may have knocked her for 6, and who knows, I mean, if that didn't, then that schoolboy super kick certainly did the trick. Selena Del Sol, there we go again, absolutely devastating manoeuvre, and if there weren't question marks over Selena Figueroa before Erwin, there certainly will be now. What a matchup.
Absolutely incredible way to kick things off here on Brawl. And as you said, we're expecting words from Alex Crom. I believe he's back there in the green room now.
What must be going through the mind of the German suplex machine?
A tough fight to try and get that European Championship.
Well, no BS from Alex Crom as you would expect, Erwin, just straight up admitting that Brad Northcutt was the better man that night, but he swears to come back and try again for that European Championship.
I don't doubt him. Well, now we're going to the roster shrink, and again we're cutting down to 50 wrestlers in the new Extremes Wrestling roster. It's a huge slice of the talent we've got here already. Plenty of big names at risk.
Making her way to the ring, accompanied by Scorpion, Maria.
Yes, this is all.
And from Essex, Vermont, Scorpion, Sonia Jackson.
This has all come about with the negotiations going on between our commissioner Nathan Goldman and his father, our CEO Adrian Goldman, and basically as a penance for more control over day-to-day operations of N.E.W. Adrian Goldman has demanded a roster shrink from his son to cut costs. So this is what has led us to this moment here, where a veteran like Sonia Jackson, one half of the Scorpions, is quite literally fighting for her career, Erwin.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you've got to wonder what's going through all of these women here. I mean, Sonia Jackson accompanied by her tag team partner, former women's champion Faria. And no doubt that Jade Phillips, her opponent here tonight, will have Jane Madison at her side.
You have to wonder what this will do to these stables, Erwin. I mean, we've always said it, it's well documented there are strength in numbers here in N.E.W. What happens if Sonia Jackson effectively loses her job here tonight?
This roster shrink could very well change up a lot in N.E.W. here.
I mean, that would effectively be the end of the Scorpions.
I mean, that's it. One or two tag teams could end here tonight. Well, will end here tonight.
And her opponent, accompanied by Jade Madison. And representing High Energy from Chelsea, England, Jade Phillips.
Well, Jade Phillips, one half of the ever-plucky optimist that is known as High Energy. I mean, they have not only got the energy to go with that name, Erwin, they have got the results as of late. No one can call these guys a flash in the pan anymore. They've made a real impression on the women's tag team division here in N.E.W.
Certainly a personality clash between these two opponents here.
This is a huge test for Phillips, especially in singles action against the veteran Sonia Jackson, in my opinion.
Again,
these two women locking up, excuse me.
Someone is going to lose their job here tonight. We already learned that Bone's visa expired before this all took place. Recent negotiations have begun with him.
Yeah, we wish Bone the very best for the future. Of course, our first import from Ghana, been a tremendous ambassador for the sport.
Of course, that same opportunity could be for many of these on the roster shrink. It doesn't mean the end of their wrestling careers, it just means the end of their current contract here in N.E.W. What a takedown there by Jackson.
Yeah, takedown into the headlock using all that veteran skill. Sonia Jackson falls into a head scissors though from the wily Jade Phillips. We have not seen much of Phillips in singles action in so far here in her N.E.W. run. She has focused mostly on tag team action, of course.
Yes.
As one half of High Energy, they have changed the conversation in the women's tag team division. Key victories over likes of the Outlaws and True
Right
Force.
to the eyes from Jackson there.
What a right hand, and again swift forearm right across the jawline. Front facing DDT takes down the veteran Jackson.
I think Phillips was quite happy to remain sporting here until that. Right to the eyes.
Misses with that single leg enziguri. The sight may have not cleared completely just yet. Hard right there by Jackson again. The wily veteran with the Bulldog will not go down without a fight, Erwin. Of course, she's not only been a tag team partner for Faria, she has been a mentor of sorts.
Well, certainly, I mean, Jackson many years advanced here in N.E.W. before Faria showed up, but that connection from training has always been there. Oh, look at this!
Reverse DDT into the pin. Only gets a 1 count. I mean, you could argue that the focus that Sonia Jackson was able to teach Faria was what brought her to the World Heavyweight Championship. She did win under Jackson's tutelage.
And she is. Jackson reminding us of that pedigree right now.
Head scissors takedown there by Jade Phillips.
Again, that youth and exuberance of Phillips cannot be ignored here.
Into a headlock. Well, I hope Phillips knows exactly what the victory over Sonia Jackson would mean for her career.
It would be imperative to stay here in N.E.W. Just needs to battle it out again. I cannot imagine many high-risk manoeuvres here.
No, I would hope that both these ladies don't take any unnecessary risks here tonight and just keep it simple, keep it safe. Hard left hand, of course, when there are such high stakes at risk. It is hard to do that.
It's true. These two once again lock up, trying to feel each other out here again. Completely unfamiliar opponents.
Swinging neck breaker there, right into the pin again. Referee, perfect position.
Only have faced one another in tag team action,
which I believe High Energy won. So, is that a prelude into the future? Only time will tell. That front-facing DDT again, that knee right to the spine there by Jade Phillips. Has looked very impressive against Jackson here. Northern Light suplex, couldn't bridge for the pin though. Kick to the spine, kept that fluid motion, if not the pin.
Yeah, I think that she believed she was too close to the ropes there, may very well have been.
Big splash misses. Jackson again gets out of the way, that veteran-like instinct. Hard Irish whip into a corner, but no one to tag all alone here tonight. Misses with a splash again. Kick to the midsection.
Almost gotta believe that was instinctual from the two there.
Single leg drop kick out, absolutely. These guys have spent such a long time in the tag team.
Another right to the eyes.
Automatic, perfectly legal here. Has to be said, it's not sportsmanlike, but there's not much the referee can do about it. Front-facing headlock by Phillips.
She's trying to regain her vision.
Press right into the pin.
Another kick out at 1, and you can see the fatigue setting in here.
Cheap shot right there to Phillips. playing possum from the ground, hard European uppercut. I don't think Phillips appreciated that. Andra counter again. Jackson has been on the match here for the plucky youngster so far. What a slap! Do you hear that there, Wayne?
That ricocheted around this arena. Oh! That hip toss. And again, Jackson struggling to recover after the beating she's taken here from Phillips.
Pulls
Still
Phillips
up
away
for
from
the
those
pin.
ropes. Has that given Phillips enough time? It has. Only a 1 count, strong kick out by the rookie.
Kick.
Oh! What a bridge!
Full Nelson suplex into a pin, but could only get a 1.
I think the referee got the 1 count and then realised Jackson had rolled to a position where her feet were on the ropes and hence had to stop the count. It hasn't slowed Phillips.
Curb stomp!
What a curb stomp!
Phillips taking a brief time to get to the pin. This could save Jackson.
2.
Or is it enough? It's
Yes,
enough!
Phillips used her body to block any potential rope break. And in one swift manoeuvre and one devastating curb stomp has ended the N.E.W. career of Sonia Jackson. That is a huge win for Jade Phillips, in my opinion, Erwin.
Certainly is. Commiserations to Sonia Jackson.
Yeah, what a career Sonia Jackson has had here in N.E.W. Much decorated, much respected wrestler and trainer here. We wish her well for the future. But this was the turning point, folks. What a curb stomp.
Again, Phillips took some time to get to the pin, but it was still enough.
I think Jackson was unconscious on impact. If I'm being totally honest with you, Erwin, I don't think there was any way back for Jackson after that curb stomp. What a matchup for Phillips. And here we have a quick look here at the United Kingdom Championship Tournament, Erwin.
Of course, those 3 Haku, Snake and Wade Nelson advancing last week. We're going to see the next 5 enter the ring in the same fashion.
Yeah, that first leg, second round matchup tonight will be between Lobo Mysterio, Mike Sharp, Ray Sullivan and Kevin Cannon. What do you think of those heartfelt words there from Guillermo Diaz begging his daughter Maria Diaz to come speak to him about their relationship and their feud with this man, Erwin, Lobo Mysterioso.
It has certainly got bizarre between Los Familia and Lobo Mysterioso. A story that looks destined to continue.
Well, we only have this guy's word for it that he is indeed the biological father of Maria Diaz.
Well, Maria Diaz seems to think it's true.
Well, even if it is true, I mean, who raised her? Who paid for her education? Who put clothes on the back, food in the belly? Guillermo Diaz, not Lobo Mysterioso.
175 pounds.
If you ask me, Erwin, all this does is just open the can of worms that entire family may just never recover from. And this guy doesn't seem to care. We know how good Lobo Mysterioso can be. We know how good he is, and we know how far he wants to go.
Excuse me, I misspoke before. This of course is not a 5-man like the first match. This is a 4-man match, but elimination's still taking place. And when the time limit reaches, if we haven't just got one victor, then those remaining will advance. And we know that Lobo certainly can go. He has been half an hour in a cell.
Well, this is a multi-man matchup, and that enters variables that no man, not even Lobo Mysterioso, can account for, Erwin. In a straight up one-on-one, absolutely my money's on Mysterioso, but with those extra 3 men in the ring, anything can happen here. You need eyes in the back of your head. The heart of steel. Because any 4 of these men, the possible exception of Kevin Cannon, would make a tremendous United Kingdom champion.
Cannon becoming a similar boil as Chris Jones. Seems to have teamed with him recently.
On the Holy Alliance that could be. Chris Jones' ability to manipulate is legendary here in N.E.W. We have seen the extreme physical change in Kevin Cannon and the psychological change, no doubt about that. Will we see a change in fortunes? We'll find out here tonight.
And his opponent, first, from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 230 pounds, Kobayashi.
The sentimental favourite, I would say, Owen, going into this one, certainly got the fans behind him. The man from the rising sun, the killer kick.
Want a run akin to his TV championship run with that UK belt. And he's going to have to go through a grueling tournament to get that opportunity.
Now, is this a man who is under risk in the roster shrink, Erwin?
He is still on that list.
That's an amazing thing to me. Could you imagine N.E.W. without Kobayashi? Be like a fish without water, it just wouldn't be right.
I know what you mean.
Maybe a championship is the best way to keep a guy like that secure.
And even the likes of Simon Youngblood are in this roster shrink is a terrifying prospect.
Great idea that would be. Let's sack the franchise.
And from Bangor, Maine, weighing in at 149 pounds, Mike Sharp.
Well, Mike Sharp has got serious just in the nick of time, if you ask me. Formerly known as the Prodigy, he would have been possibly first on the list 6 months ago, Erwin. Now, not that easy a conversation for the much improved, much more focused Mike Sharp.
Mike Sharp certainly has made a name for himself with his new real identity, no longer calling himself the Prodigy. Claims he has to earn that title, and that is not him. He is Mike Sharp, and this is what he does, but he is another one that is known as a survivor. Some brutally unbelievable odds against this man have played out in his favour in the past.
You're absolutely right, Erwin. This guy knows how to survive. There is no doubt to that, and this guy also bleeds N.E.W. Look at him, he's proudly wearing N.E.W. colours here. Orange and black.
Let's not forget, Mike Sharp put his career on the line for a shot at a title. The Reaper obliged. We both said goodbye and he still won.
Sugarfoot Ray Sullivan.
My pick for tonight, Erwin. Screw sentiment, screw fan favourites. Let's just go for the 250-pound powerhouse that is Ray Sullivan. An absolute hoss in his prime. He's one title away from being a mainstay player here in N.E.W, in my opinion. The leader of the EOD. With a deadly intent in mind.
Of course, his tag team partner, Haku Ross, has made it through to the next leg.
I think that just heaps just that little bit of extra pressure on Sullivan, if you ask me, Erwin. Haku's done it, so the expectation will be even more so for Ray Sullivan. with the ranged one.
The Robin to the Batman of arseholes.
Wow. I have no comeback for that. Kevin Cannon, the sidekick. It seems that Chris Jones is bidding here in N.E.W. Listen to the venom.
Certainly unexpected alliance, but Kevin Cannon has lost his way since V lost his job with N.E.W. And all these kind of things just bring up past memories of roster shrinks we've experienced before. How it changes people. Kevin Cannon is a certain sign of that. Oof.
Going straight for the jugular, going for Lobo Mysterio also. Arguably statistically the favourite for this one. But we've got two vets here, two newbies. And Ray Sullivan, who's somewhat in between.
Sullivan experience, but yeah, we wouldn't describe him as a veteran. Two veterans going on the outside.
Kobayashi and Sharp absolutely fit that terminology.
Cannon perhaps a veteran by default, just for the amount of time he survived on the roster. The snap suplex there.
Yeah, we've talked about survival already here tonight, Erwin, and
Sullivan's full face first in the post. This has started off ugly.
Kobayashi, Sharp and Sullivan all battling on that outside. The ring post already been utilised. Lobo and Kevin Cannon going on the other side. Oof. Cannon at the moment getting the best of it. Exploder suplex there from Mike Sharp onto Kobayashi. Sullivan then sweeping up the pieces. Just the elbow right to the spine of Kobayashi.
Everyone inflicting as much damage as they can in these early minutes. It's going to be very tactically played out.
A leg drop there by Sullivan. Of course, a submission style matchup. It is essentially every man for himself, but Mike Sharp and Ray Sullivan have been working somewhat together in the early onset on this match to try and eliminate the veteran Kobayashi.
Probably a wise idea, of course, though. Sharp.
Dragon Sleeper. Sullivan did not let him lock that in properly.
Well, again, Sharp with an equal stamina, perhaps another one to watch out for, as Sullivan did there.
Seems laser focused on Kobayashi at the moment. Kevin Cannon and Lobo Mysterio also still battling on the outside.
This should have been 2 minutes of them going toe to toe with one another here.
Well, you know, I gotta give Kevin Cannon some respect here, going for arguably the most dangerous man in this matchup.
Lightest man on the N.E.W. roster, always the underdog. Certainly not the favourite anymore.
Well, when you put a family through the emotional turmoil that Lobo Mysterio also has put Los Familia through, that's going to put a few people off.
It's certainly true as well. Ray Sullivan just knocking Sharp out for a moment there.
I think Mike Sharp and Kobayashi have finally clocked on to the fact that those two teaming up might be a better idea for their survival against a guy like Ray Sullivan.
I think all 5 of these are just hitting anything that moves, and it just so happens that 2 of them haven't met with the other 3 yet.
Kevin Cannon is more than holding his own. Lobo Mysterio also here. Square center of the ring, a vicious chop and a kick to the groin. Nothing illegal about it in this multi-man matchup. Arm drag counter there by Lobo Mysterio. So another quick kick to the next section by Cannon. Educated feet there again, taking Mysterio also down.
Turned his eyes to Sullivan there. I don't think Sullivan noticed.
Has now.
Well, this could be a mistake. I mean, not exactly matching size with this man.
Yeah, pound for pound, one of the hardest hitters in the company. Kevin Cannon doesn't seem to care. Double axe handles lefts and rights. It's to a fist fight on the outside, and Mike Sharp and Kobayashi battling inside the ring. Lobo Mysterio also nowhere to be seen.
Sullivan finally creating some separation there and just delivering some hooks.
What in the name of all things holy was Kevin Cannon thinking and getting to a fist fight with Ray Sullivan.
Again, I think he tried to take advantage of a situation and it's clearly backfired.
Sweet Jesus, that boy's got a death wish.
Kobayashi drilling through Sharp in the ring here. Oh, what a hook kick.
Feed ensured by Lloyds of London. Rising Sun. Great example of it right there. That would have surely been the end for Mike Sharp, but wisely he rolls out the ring.
Again, perhaps on instinct, getting to safety there. Kobayashi now heading into that crowd.
Well, this is just lunacy, Irwin. Hurricane Nana there to Sullivan on the outside on those razor-thin mats. Mysterioso still battling with Cannon as he has been throughout this entire matchup. Sullivan taking anything that moves. Mike Sharp still trying to regain his senses after that vicious rising sun kick by Kobayashi. Lobo and Cannon back in the ring.
Mysterioso sending Cannon into the corner there, who has just been through the ringer with Sullivan on the outside. Shotgun drop kick.
Hell of a drop kick. Cannon still fighting back. Impressive
low blow.
Out of sheer desperation to just slow Mysterioso down. Nothing the referee can do about it. Speaking of slowing down there, it looks like Kobayashi's been busted open with those shots with Sullivan in that corner. Mike Sharp now interjecting. What a body splash by Cannon in the square centre of the ring.
Going for the pin.
No way. On Mysterioso.
Oh.
Kick out by Lobo.
Who perhaps has other things on his mind, has not been himself in this match.
Well, yeah, there's no doubt. Mysterioso's been a step behind. Kevin
karate kick.
That's a rising sun. That's shades of
He
Kobayashi.
always stole in that manoeuvre. Can he get the victory here?
We know how deadly it is. That is a huge shock. Kevin Cannon just eliminated Lobo Mysterioso.
I don't believe it.
Oof. I think you're absolutely right, Erwin. Mysterioso was not fully focused for this one. He's been a step behind the other four competitors all the way through this matchup.
And of course, Kobayashi not on our notes here tonight. Hence why I kept going back and forth with it being a 5 and 4. Apologies about that, but this action has been intense.
Cannon trying to pin Sullivan on the outside. Which is not legal here.
Stiff
elbow drop right to the spine by Mike Sharp onto Kobayashi.
Kick from Cannon on the outside.
As devastating as that offense is, Erwin, it only really matters once it's inside that ring. Single leg
Kobayashi.
by Kobayashi onto Sharp. Textbook submission from the Japanese veteran, countered quickly by Sharp, whose technician game has improved.
He's looking for a submission of his own. No, just a knee jacker.
I thought he was looking for that surfboard dragon sleeper. Erwin seems to have changed his mind, wants to do a little bit more damage onto the legs of Kobayashi. Sullivan and Cannon still fighting on the outside. Cannon with wontons.
Well, again, Sharp and Kobayashi have gone at it countless times. Pin here.
Don't want a drop kick by Sullivan. 2 count there by Sharp.
He knows to take out the legs of Kobayashi to try and avoid what he was going for there.
In terms of eliminations, Kevin Cannon's going right up to the top of that list in this one so far.
2 minutes remain. Prodigy looking for that calf mutilation.
And that for a submission by Sharp. I think the body of Sullivan pushed Kobayashi and Sharp onto the ropes. Aided and embedded there by Kevin Cannon.
Oh, hang on. Masterpiece!
What a suplex.
Southern Lights suplex, absolutely devastating.
Kobayashi wisely again rolling.
Going for it again. Masterpiece!
Tremendous strength, 250 pounds.
But Sullivan as well. By the time Mike Sharp gets back to his feet, there is no one there.
Yeah, Mike Sharp out of sheer frustration throwing Cannon out the ring alongside the other. Oh, what a baseball kick. Baseball slide, excuse me, my words.
Through the middle rope.
Just over 1 minute remains. All these men so far, if they can survive an extra 60 seconds, will continue in this tournament. Jawbreaker there by Cannon.
Somehow still fighting back.
This has been a hell of an impressive showing here by Kevin Cannon here tonight. Whatever Chris Jones has done or said to this kid, it may have worked. Springboard from the top rope, what a drop kick right to the back of the head of Mike Sharp. Tremendous athleticism there by Kevin Cannon. Almighty son! That's the only way to call it. That's Kobayashi's finishing move. Watched by the man himself as Kevin Cannon could get his second elimination of the night. No! Mike Sharp kicks out. Hurricane rounded by Kobayashi onto the referee.
I'm not sure if that was on purpose or if he was going for Cannon there, but either way.
What a power slam there by Ray Sullivan. The referee is down.
And the time is up. These four will progress.
Here we go, Erwin. This is another look at our UK tournament wall. Who's progressed and who hasn't.
Of course, we still have 5 more to have their match before we move on to the next leg. And it's certainly shaping up very interestingly now.
So far, Haki Ross, Snake, Wade Nelson, Kobayashi, Mike Sharp, Ray Sullivan and Kevin Cannon all make it through to the next round. Well, a former women's champion, Sonia Jackson, showing an incredible amount of class there. We wish her good luck with her new training facility, the Diamond Gym. Sure, it will reap some results here in the future. But up next, Erwin, an N.E.W. Classic. It's like we've gone back in time.
Stalwart of N.E.W.
Making his way to the ring from Great Falls, Montana, weighing in at 245 pounds, R.E.D.
Former world champion, surefire first ballot Hall of Famer, and he has returned to wreak havoc and beat the men. He is not yet beaten.
An odd decision by Red for many, but he wants to say that he has beaten everyone he's ever faced here, and since he got 2 shots due to the pin cell, he has chosen the 2 men that he has never beaten in that ring. That's Casey Judge and Wade Nelson. I've got to wonder, if he doesn't beat them, is he going to stay around or what? Are you just going to have to soak in a corner? You never know with Red.
It's a great question. He doesn't seem to be here for titles, he doesn't seem to be here for the money, he simply seems to be here to settle scores. There's no doubt about it, an absolute bona fide legend here in N.E.W.
The bunker is certainly happy to see him again.
And if you haven't seen this guy wrestle before, folks, you are in for some smash mouth stylings here tonight. There's nothing fancy or technical about Red's approach, he just gets in there and kicks ass. There's no other way of putting it. Why is that referee stood in the crowd?
I'd keep that distance from Red whilst he's entering the ring myself.
Red's not that scary, surely. Well, he is. I mean, I know he is. He's a crazy man.
And
All-time great, that sign summed it up.
From Des Moines, Iowa, weighing in at 220 pounds, Casey the Judge.
Well, another former world champion. Much improved over the last few weeks here in N.E.W. with Casey Judge. Has gone back to what he knows. That power game that brought him a world championship.
A huge statement he could make here tonight if he can defeat the man he once shared a ring with and essentially skyrocketed ahead of him. Never forget, Casey Judge is the first man to take that world title from Vega, and that in and of itself is a monumental feat.
Oh yeah, many moons ago when it was Casey Judge and Red who were still atop of the N.E.W. mountain, battling to who would decide who would try to topple the monster Vega. How all things have come full circle here tonight. 10 minutes on the clock, with Red looking for his first victory ever over Casey Judge, who gets over to a quick start with a swift shoulder block tackle. Club to the spine. Oh, tries to lock up, but into a jawbreaker. Stiff clothesline by Red.
For that kick, but it was dodged by Judge. Oh,
side kick, sidesteps it into a backdrop. Kicks the midsection, which was blocked. Knee drag counter. Oh, wait a minute. Another knee drag counter by Judge, and these two guys, that's a great example there. They know each other back to front, inside out.
Oh yeah, it's going to be hard to gain any offense, even if it has been some time since they've been in the ring with each other.
Can you imagine how much years of bad blood there is between these two men?
Again, Red having to suffer the enforcers back when Casey Judge and Charlie Braddock rang that crew.
Top rope goes Red. Oh, what a knee drop. Got some distance on that, did the veteran. Trying to squeeze the life out of Casey Judge, just a rake across the face. Not quite a neck wrench.
Red somewhat a light in the darkness for N.E.W. in that time when enforcers are essentially as end times are now, just running amok. Oh.
Choke the life out of Casey Judge on that top rope, who fires back, double axe handle, takes down the veteran.
This is not looking good for Red here.
Now, with all due respect to Red, I mean, he's been retired for quite some time here when he lacks one-on-one action, and sure, he made a hell of a showing at Pincel, but that was very much his old kind of backyard type of matchup.
Yeah, there is no extreme rules here tonight.
This is a straight up one-on-one, that's exactly my point. And while Red's been retired, Casey Judge has been active and improving.
Back and forth with the punches though.
Oh! Pump handle slam that was by Judge. Red is not a light man. Hard right hand there again. These two guys just trading supers. I'm not sure how wise that is for Casey Judge. Rufus
fired up Red.
You might be quicker, but you ain't gonna beat him in a fist fight. 2.
Again, isn't looking for domination, is looking for a victory. Red nearly got that pin there. Went for a nice headlock.
Red may have defined a genre of barroom brawls. I remember a certain incident a few years back when you were still active, which I had to clear up with HR Owen.
Oh, Red alert! That's it! That's all he needed.
That's gotta be over.
No!
2.9! Unbelievable resilience!
Well,
Red can't believe it, he thought it was free. You heard the tap on the mat, but not the call of the free. That's how close it was.
And now the triage of choke slam backbreakers.
The strength
gavel
by Casey Judge. Absolutely devastating on that surgically repaired back of the veteran Red.
Oh, hang on, looking for the verdict.
Oh! That's gotta be over. It's gotta be.
No!
Another unbelievable kick out here. Both these men refusing to go down easy.
Seems the jury was out for Red. He still has an opportunity here to get what he wants out of this match. But Judge is laying in the kicks now.
Yeah, hard knee right to the forehead. There was nothing fancy about that. I think Judge has realised it's going to have to get ugly here, going for the spectacular. Some completely out of his comfort zone here on the top rope.
Yeah, I haven't seen Judge go up top in quite some time.
Went for a simple elbow drop to the face, but couldn't even get that done. Red sidestepped it, but fell right into the Irish whip of Judge, right back into the corner. Red blocks. Fires off a few shots himself. Stomp a mud hole right into the heart of Casey Judge.
Oh, just obligatory red in the corner there.
Well, that's a fine.
I don't think Red cares.
No.
Oh, what a clothesline.
He knows he can't swear at his opponents now.
No.
Oh, God.
Again, I don't think he cares. This is Red we're talking about. Oh, another Luthez.
Press. God, Lord, what right hands.
I think Judge is busted open.
I think you're right. I think that last right hand did exactly that, Erwin. Bust.
He's just waiting at the
like
feet.
Right watermelon. Casey Judge is in big trouble here.
Red poised and ready. Red alert! Second time, dead center of the ring.
He escaped one. He's not going to escape two. It's
That's
over.
it.
Well, Red can still do it. 1-on-1. We got our answer here tonight.
That means he only has one opponent left to beat. That is Wade Nelson. Gotta presume that's coming in the forthcoming weeks.
Hard-hitting offense here all through this matchup. Casey Judge did not make it easy. A trio of chokeslam backbreakers.
The verdict there still wasn't enough.
Luthez press might have been the changing point. That hard right that busted Judge open, which fell right back into a second devastating red alert. What a stunner there.
For Judge.
All but over. Great fight put up by Casey Judge, but Red has put one ghost to bed here tonight.
Well, ZTG's big opportunity up next. World Championship on the line after a shot and break. Don't go anywhere.
Well, what a night it's been here tonight, Erwin. We have seen the end of Sonia Jackson's career. We've seen another leg of her incredible UK tournament. We've seen Red put a ghost to bed in terms of Casey Judge, and now we're going to see Zulite the Great, of all people, go one-on-one against Simon Youngblood for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, Max, you can't say he hasn't earned this opportunity. This is a huge chance for ZTG.
Hands down, the biggest chance in this guy's N.E.W. career to date. A shot at the big one, which you're right, he did rightfully earn in their pin cell, the longest lasting competitor in that demonic structure of insanity. He has earned this. But could you imagine ZTG as N.E.W's World Heavyweight Champion now, and we could see this tonight. I think Adrian Gorman would quite literally explode.
Again, the champion looking forward to his next defense. Probably did not expect a man from the junior division. This usually only happens on our golden tickets. Of course, that's happening at New Year. The pin cell has awarded ZTG this opportunity as our world champion has arrived.
Calm, confident, collected, the Lionheart enters from the crowd. Has he ever used a ramp? We've seen it once or twice.
Very few times, I think. We take the time
clears the crowd. Security trying to clear his way through this capacity sold out arena. All here to cheer on the Lionheart. He is here to create a legacy with that World Heavyweight Championship. It's the only title he cares about. It's the only title he wanted to win. And now he stands top of that mountain. He doesn't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. This is the biggest test, in my opinion, in ZTG's wrestling career.
Well, Youngblood was unhappy with how his match against the Reaper panned out. I mean, many would believe that if it didn't pan out the way it did, we would have a new world champion.
Well, yeah, I mean, that would be hard to argue. I mean, that unidentified assailant, that did cause so much interference. That irks the Reaper into a distraction enough for Simon Youngblood to capitalise and to retain that title at pin cell. His first defence since then. He'll be wanting to put that speculation to rest.
Weighing in at 205 pounds, the Great. Introducing the champion from Lexington, Fayette, Kentucky, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is the world champion, Simon Youngblood.
Again, with it being a championship match as well as main event, 20 minutes will be on the clock.
Simon Youngblood, the fighting champion, takes one last look at that world championship belt. It's over to ZTG, Kurt Nod. The biggest prize in our game. The N.E.W. World Heavyweight Championship. ZTG concedes £15 to the champion, about half an inch in height. And here we go.
Youngblood kicking things up. Oh, hang on a second.
Oh, what the? We were exactly 4 seconds into this, Erwin.
The emulator's coming down here. Hang on a second. Oh!
Backbreaker, the Youngblood, the bell has been rung, the champion retains. And the emulator going right for the jugular, shocking everybody here and going for Youngblood over ZTG.
Yeah,
what the hell just happened here?
An unexpected end here to Brawl. Goddamn emulator, you can expect him to get a fine as a result of this. We can only apologise, ladies and gentlemen.
ZTG's been screwed here, Erwin. That is not a title opportunity when the match lasts all of 4 seconds.